How to meet women online. If going to bars or clubs feels like a stab in the dark for you or fills you with dread, maybe it's time you discover the benefits of how to meet women online. Thanks to modern technology, you can widen your search for potential soulmates without braving the singles scene and offering women to buy them a drink. However, online dating can be confusing to guys who are new to this sort of thing. Fortunately, we've put together some helpful guidelines to meeting women online and making your way through this unfamiliar territory. Number 1. Get noticed. There's plenty of fish in the cyber sea, but you need the right bait to reel them in. If you want to distinguish yourself from thousands of other guys, you have to sell yourself by highlighting your best features. You might think that convincing women to date you is a hard sell, but it's really not complicated to create a compelling online dating profile. First, the most effective profile tells women that you're a regular guy who's looking for a healthy, well-balanced relationship that complements your life. Most girls are interested in someone like this, so make sure that you phrase your profile description that gives this general impression. To do this, you can talk about the things you're passionate about. Women like guys who are goal-driven. Put some detail into the things you like to do, whether it's your job or a hobby, and briefly mention any related milestones. Another good selling point is having a clear idea of what you consider romantic. This is a bit of a tricky rope to walk since you want to create some positive imagery without sounding cheesy. To give you an idea, try something like this. When I think of an ideal date, it's enjoying each other's company while walking around the city and checking out the local culture. This means art museums, record shops, niche restaurants, music festivals and poetry reading at a coffee shop. As evening approaches, we could have a little picnic by the lake and if I'm lucky, get a kiss from my girl. Number 2. Take things one day at a time. It's ironic that while the internet is a great tool for dating, it can also work against you because of the culture of instant gratification that comes with it. Patience is still a virtue in the digital age, and this means you should avoid being too pushy with the girls who respond to you. It's important to remember that there's another person on the other end who has feelings and needs time before meeting up in person. Don't message her 100 times a day. Give her time to respond. Also, try avoiding heavy or serious topics while chatting with her in the early stages. Keep things light and fun, otherwise, you could end up turning her off. Getting into past relationships or discussing religion and politics are a no-number. Those things can wait when you've gotten to know each other more, that is after you've actually dated. Number 3. Be a gentleman. One of the other downsides of the internet is the anonymity that makes it easier for people to be rude or downright nasty. Don't be that guy. You're eventually going to meet these girls, so the basic rules of courtesy and manners still apply. While chatting, be mindful of grammar and capitalization. You're not writing a thesis, but the way you talk online reflects your style and attention to detail. Being able to talk without text speak might be a worthy point of difference. Don't be afraid to use humor since it's a great way to break the ice and put her at ease. A good rule of thumb is avoiding overtly sexual jokes or making hurtful comments. Instead, light-hearted teasing works best because it shows you're not afraid to push the envelope a bit while respecting her boundaries. Number 4. Act with abundance, not desperation. One of the things you should keep in mind when you meet girls online is that you have plenty of opportunities to find love. That's not to say you should take any woman for granted, but it does help to remember that if it doesn't work out with someone, it's not the end of the world. Being cool about getting rejected or left high and dry is the mark of a gentleman. Remember the last tip, and encourages an attitude of abundance. This keeps you from acting desperate around a woman or treating her like she's the last one on the planet. Instead, not betting everything on one single interaction makes you relaxed. As a result, you'll become more attractive and less pushy, not to mention an all-around, good-natured guy. Number 5. Above all, use common sense. While you're learning how to meet girls online, don't forget that good judgment is just as important as it is in the real world. If you notice any red flags, unstable behavior, a psycho vibe or signs that you're being scammed, then you'd best move on. Online dating definitely has its advantages, but you still have to watch out for the human factor. Regardless of where you meet women, Play it smart if your gut tells you something fishy is going on. Internet dating is no longer the domain of the socially inept or desperate. Embracing technology and social networking is a valuable tool to add to your dating arsenal and meet women with the right attitude. And by following these guidelines, you will be able to make internet dating a capable and successful added dimension to your search for amazing women. Thank you. If you would like any further advice, click the link below.